Well, hello there, Twitch. Well, the people have spoken, and surprisingly, I am going to play a game that I didn't anticipate to play today, but I don't mind. It's been a while since I last time played Tomb Raider Chronicles, and I made sure that it's going to run today, so there should not be any technical difficulties, hopefully. Let me just put down the music and launch the game. Shut up, Rise of the Tomb Raider. Now it's time for some more proper Tomb Raider. Let's see if this is gonna work. Hopefully it should, but you never know. These games are fussy. Hey guys, yeah, that's... I just literally learned about this now from you, so I wasn't even sure that anyone has done any modding for this title, but I'm curious. I'm very curious to see. If it's too loud, let me know. I can turn it down.
In world news, a private memorial service was today held for renowned archaeologist Lara Croft.
'Tis a sad day, Winston.
She will live on forever in our hearts.
Surely, Winston.
Yeah,
And for this
I think
is
it's
but a
after
memorial
yesterday's
service.
stream.
There may yet be news from Von Croy in Egypt.
Indeed, we can only hope and pray that she may yet return to us. But I fear Von Croy digging in the hopes of discovering her alive may only be met with black reality.
Indeed, indeed.
Today.
Damn, I did like this Chronicles intro. Damn, it's been a while since I played it. Yeah, I think the game is still a bit loud, so I'm just gonna turn it down a little bit. I've got no saves. I freshly installed the game after it hasn't been on my computer for a bit. And yeah, I'm very curious about the fixes. But what is the biggest thing that makes me happy if it actually is going to work, I have not tested it after applying the patch, is whether that stupid nose texture glitch is going to disappear, because damn, that irritated me. But let's see.
To the study, gentlemen, where we may pontificate over the day's disheartening events.
Indeed, my friend. Even the heavens cry out.
The Philosopher's Stone.
Charles Kane,
One of
whatever his
Lara's
name is.
early conquests, and one of her most challenging pursuits, if my memory serves me.
And Rome still bears the scars of that little episode.
Ah, she was never one for diplomacy, Lara. But she certainly knew how to paint the town red.
Well, god darn, ain't she just a picture?
Ah, the charming Mr. Larson. Has Pierre let you off the leash? Talking of which, where is our learned friend?
Oh, he's around. You got the cash?
I've got the cash, but I don't deal with the monkey.
Well, now that ain't polite for a lady. Even if the monkey has the mercury
Am I the
stone.
only person
Lucky
creeped
I'm in a
out
generous
by
mood. Ah,
Larson's
crawled out
paleness?
from under your rock, I see.
No need for unpleasantries,
I'm
Miss
surprised that
Croft.
they both have
I'm
pale,
afraid I
like
must,
dead
once again,
corpses.
relieve you of your burden.
Easy come, easy go.
Is Lara the only character in this game, in the FMVs, that has the skin color, actual skin color, and the rest are just pale white? Well, she's no longer singing, you idiot.
We ain't gonna make that gap.
Is it
boss.
after tier 1? I always thought it's before tier 1. This was supposed to be her first adventure, if I understand correctly. So this should have been before Tomb Raider 1. At least I had that kind of impression before. I mean, all my life actually. Oh, the shortcut buttons are working for weapons. Number 1 is still her pistols. Cute. Okay, let's see. Show me your face. It's a bit too far, but I don't see that strange nose thing. I'm going here just for the resources you find here, like ammo and med packs.
Push forward and then action.
So I'm not gonna go through the tutorial the way
Now let's try a longer
it's
one.
required.
Walk to the edge, then tap back once. Now press forward and jump together.
Yeah, but their paleness is kind of something that always bugged me out.
For me to crawl, hold down crouch and now push forward.
Oh, really? Oh no, my favorite bug is gone. I can no longer draw the weapons while she's jumping out of a hole frontally. I used to do that because she would carry her weapons in her hands, like, you know, like this right now, like she's running. So yeah, that would be... Oh yeah, oh, you really like in TRL? Oh, that's cool.
To swim, jump into the water. Use action to swim forward, and the directions to steer.
By the way, why does she tell that use action to swim forward if it's use jump to swim forward? That's misinforming. And it's funny because in Tomb Raider 4, Werner said press jump to swim, and now she's saying something opposite. Did they forgot about the control scheme, or were they actually hoping to change them? Oh, hey, Kella. Yeah, you might be right. And it also justifies why Lara catches fire instead of being burned by it. Yeah, that totally makes sense.
To climb out, swim to the edge and press action.
Which animations are you talking about, Chasm?
To walk the tightrope, walk up to the rope and press
I
action.
know we used a tightrope. I
Push
freaking
forward.
hate that.
If you unbalance, push in the opposite direction.
And yeah,
to
welcome into
correct.
the stream, Carla. The rolling walk, I always thought it's a TRL animation that was invented by the modders that created. Oh yeah, now I notice the shadow. It's different. That's cool. Yeah, it is a bit better. I mean, I never thought it was a tier 3, although it does look like a tier 3 animation, to be honest. I'm wondering why they never implemented it into the game. Oh, lol. That's funny. Well, I'm going to try to remember if I know every single pickup and every single secret, which is going to be interesting. Because I haven't played this game in, oh, definitely a few years now. Yeah, I do notice her ponytail doesn't go around her neck. It doesn't go through her neck. That is a good fix. It would normally just go around her head, with ignoring the existence of a neck, which is usually frustrating. But that's a nice change. Yeah, it was annoying me in Tomb Raider 3 already, and by Tomb Raider 5, when they introduced so many other animations, I was very frustrated by it, because it was such a stupid thing, and it was, I'm sure it was doable for them to fix it, but they just didn't care, which is a shame. Oh, the climbing animation, when I'm pressing forward, there's no pause time you need to wait before she's actually able to climb. That's another thing that was in Tomb Raider 1, 2 and 3, but never happened in after Tomb Raider 4, which was annoying as well because it took more time. Yeah, it doesn't fit that she's suddenly dressed like this. It would have been cool if they did it like, if she could have it at least ripped, you know, or like, I don't know, tied with straps to her legs or something. Definitely add a little bit to the continuity from the FMV. But I think they were too afraid to make a workable costume that would look like that. Yeah, those are little details, but they do make a difference, you know. I do appreciate them, actually. Damn, I would have thought. I'll be playing Tomb Raider Chronicles. I was pretty sure everyone's gonna go for Tomb Raider 1 because everyone streams it, but... You know, I still think Tomb Raider Chronicles is a bit higher in my personal ranking than Tomb Raider 3 because of... It feels like it's been done by amateurs compared to the first two games. It's weird. Freaking hate dogs in these games. Yeah, it did have a lot of interactivity. You could do a lot of things that didn't seem obvious at the first glance, but they actually made sense, you know. Yeah, Tomb Raider 3 is a bitch at times. I've been watching a streamer who's actually doing the entire Tomb Raider series for the past few months on Thursdays, and he's been struggling with Tomb Raider 3. I'm not gonna lie, he's been cursing that game. Oh, hey you worst fiend, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm just testing few few fan fixes for Tomb Raider Chronicles, which is a game I have not yet played on stream, so it's a nice change. And I've applied some fan fixes to actually fix some of the notorious bugs in the game. I'm just exploring them because I've just learned about the existence of those fan fixes today, so I'm just gonna have some fun with it. I mean, this was a relatively easy fix. I just replaced a file and that was it, but I know that in some games it's very tedious to do. Yep, you already cowered. There's a map pack here. Oh yeah, Soul Reaver 2. The game is awesome, but it plays terribly on Windows 10. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I also had some issues with it as well. I did try to stream it, but some of the bugs really bothered me, and I never bothered to actually install them. Now, I found a fix. Not a fix, like... I don't know, a cheat. I don't want to fight Larson the second time, so I'm just going through here. And actually I will save. If you do that, he will not jump at you, so that's a good thing. Dead Space and Prototype. I think I played Prototype on Xbox 360 when it came out, so there's no applying fixes there aside from those bespoke from the developer. No, don't fall. Yeah, PC ports are a bitch. Tomb Raider has a history of having issues on PC when they're ported, even the classic ones. And now it's so terrible to play them because no one actually bothers in the publisher's site to actually have a look at them and make them optimized for modern systems. Not to mention like republishing them or remaster them for major consoles. Because they don't give a crap. And they will keep saying that they're playable. Like they said that Tomb Raider 1 is playable. I'm like, yeah, really? Not the Steam version that you were talking about. It's funny they're promoting the Steam versions of Tomb Raiders, but the GOG versions are actually better. I don't know if that's the deal with Steam or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm totally not surprised if it's their fault. They just want to make those games unplayable. I don't want to play with the laser. It's a waste of time. I wouldn't be surprised. They've been trying to cripple the classic Tomb Raider or its existence, shuffle it back into a drawer and pretend they never happened. So I'm totally not surprised if they did that deliberately to make sure that these games will be less approachable, and so they will be putting people off from them. I'm glad that people in the community are trying to work their asses off to make those games playable, despite, you know, their hard efforts to make them unplayable. Oh, the skybox is different. I only now noticed. Yeah, exactly. And you know, if the devs can't do it, use the community. Oh yeah, the skybox looks like it's night, which it's supposed to be, or at least early morning, so it's still dark. There isn't anything here, is there? No, no pickups. Oh, the camera moves differently when she's climbing out of water. That's an interesting change. Yeah, that's why I say you can't blame Crystal Dynamics solely for those things, because they technically don't own the games. They are just a developer, and they can be sidelined easily if Square Enix didn't screwed it up. Square doesn't just give a shit, and that's the biggest problem. And you know, if you expect revenue,
What?
Idiot! Idiot! What does the cowboy hope to achieve with this mindless firing?
Ain't mindless? Ain't we trying to kill her anymore then?
You were kicked in the head by a horse, so the brain doesn't work correctly?
How'd you know about that?
Never mind. Never mind. We wait until she collects
damn,
the
this
other
skybox
pieces.
is a
In
lot
this fashion,
different.
we have the full price at no extra effort.
You is one clever cookie, boss.
Comparatively, yes. Come, let's get off this roof, and I will buy you a milkshake.
it's funny they literally reuse the same model, so you can see that they barely have enough polygons to support the notion that those are human beings. I really don't know, Carla. Honestly, there are a few plot holes in AOD's writing to begin with. So I'm totally not surprised that there are some inconsistencies like these. But I think there are many reasons behind it. I don't think there's like one underlying cause of this. I think that there are quite a few of them. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the camera moves a bit differently now. It's positioning itself in better locations, I guess. I think I like the most elements. The shortcuts from the buttons work. I don't have to go to the main menu to pick up the weapon. Oh my god, I love it. I already love it. It's already better. I think it's the swap between the characters. They were initially going for Jean-Yves, but because they weren't allowed to reuse him for legal reasons, they swapped for Von Croy, and it kind of like came out awkward. Because there doesn't seem to be... Like, Von Croy seems to be like a totally different character. He's cowardly, he doesn't seem to have the influence he used to have, and doesn't seem to have the power that he has, like in terms of like, you know, being rich and having goons to do stuff for him, like snipers and stuff, which he totally had in Chronicles and in Tomb Raider 4 as well. So it kind of feels like it was totally written for a different character. Well, it could have been meant for the fact that Jean-Yves just literally leaves her in the Citadel and she never hears from him again. Maybe that would be the case. Hard to say, really. Oh, that killed me. Bloody shit. Oh, for fuck's sake. No! Oh, I fucking hate this. Did I just save instead of reloading? Yep, I saved instead of reloading. Oh my god. Kill me now. That's why I hated the placement of the fast reload buttons. They should not be next to one another. There should be a difference. It should be F5 and F9 or something.
Stand next to the crate.
Ah, here we go again.
Action.
And that was not intended. Shit, fuck, shit.
Forward. Now let's try a longer leap. Walk to the edge, then tap back once.
Yeah, it's an oh no situation. You're right.
Together.
I'm sorry, I'm just clumsy. You just have to see the beginning of the game again. Thank goodness it's not that far-fetched, so still the same levels. Oh yeah, I like that ability.
For me to crawl, hold down crouch and now
That's
push
so
forward.
cool, I can actually do it. Saves so much time.
To use the lever switch, stand next to the switch and press action.
Maybe they just forgot about that element. I mean, there were so many things. If what Terranessa says about Murty's writing style, there were a lot of things that were in a state of flux, so in one of the drafts he might have simply forgotten about the conflict they had in Tomb Raider 4. You never know. Because there is a mentioning, like...
To swim, jump into the water.
Lara
Use
does
action
mention in
to swim
Carvia conversation that if
direction
she
of
wanted
sea.
to kill Werner, she would do that in Egypt. And she had a few opportunities to do so, yeah, there is that underlying sentence that suggests that he was consciously placed as a character there. They just kind of forgot about his original story arc, supposedly. I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't really know, but yeah, I'm just guessing that.
To climb out, swim to the edge and press action. To walk the tightrope, walk up to the rope and press action. Push forward. If you unbalance, push in the opposite direction to correct.
Oh, that was close to the end. I'm sorry. I know that happens sometimes. I know what you mean. I think every Tomb Raider fan has been there at some point. And they just pushed the wrong save load button and they got themselves in a loop. Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah, the camera does move alongside Lara. That's cool because, yeah, the static camera that stood behind her is kind of weird and freaky. Yeah, they did aim for the PTSD aspect of the event, so that might have been it. Yeah, the thing got reversed. And then, of course, Crystal Dynamics reused that dynamic with Amanda and Lara in Legend. Where can these bats just go away? I think I still prefer to shoot bats rather than just being eaten by a swarm of them. Hey, thanks, Carla, for following. I really appreciate it, and I'm really glad that you're here. Oh, go away, go Okay, let's not do that again. Let's not just resave instead of reloading. Break the fucking glass. For crying out loud. I'm so glad that this weird blue line doesn't show up on her nose. I know it's a minor thing, but it was so annoying me. Oh, hi Leeds. How's it going? Good to see you. How are you feeling? Lighting your hair? What do you mean? Is it gonna be a lot brighter than it is? For the most part quite stressful. Popper had some issues with his digestive system, let's just say. And we had to visit a doctor again, and I'm broke now. And I have 2 weeks until the payday is, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna buy food for, but at least I got him hopefully fixed. Duggo cam, well, yeah, that might be a thing if I had money for a camera. Right now I don't even have enough money for, I don't know, buying food. But yeah, I hope my pops can help me, because otherwise I'm gonna be fucking screwed for the next 2 weeks. I'm gonna be eating dry bread, perhaps. I don't know. Oh no, don't try to get me any gifts, because I won't be able to reciprocate. Mobile phone camera. Oh, I don't know how will that go about. Oh, bloody hell. Well, I would like to figure that one out, how to have a camera on just the point of my doggo, because, you know, he's so adorable, and I think Valdi fell in love. By the way, hi Valdi, it's good to see you. How you doing on this Saturday? Damn, it's already 1 PM. How did that happen? When did that happen? It's so weird. Yeah, I totally didn't fall in love. Okay. I'll tell my pupper that you didn't fall in love with him. Finally got enough sleep. Wait, what did you have, like, insomnia or something? Or just didn't have enough time? Well, I don't know. Struggle with sleep is a big issue for you. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I have, like, undiagnosed narcolepsy, because I could totally fall asleep in every situation. Even I did cut myself. I did catch myself falling asleep while standing in the tram. So I can fall asleep in various ridiculous situations, so I just really need to be careful when I let my eyes close.
Rodents.
I don't know if it's a gift. I can fall asleep talking to a person, actually. I did catch myself fall asleep when I was at work during a phone call I received with a customer, so I don't know if that's a good thing.
What? Idiot! Idiot! What does the cowboy hope to achieve with this mindless firing?
That was just a one time, but it did
We trying to
happen.
kill her anymore then?
You were kicked in the head by a horse, so the brain doesn't work correctly?
How'd you know about that?
Never mind. Never mind. We wait until she collects the other pieces.
Yeah.
In this fashion, we have the full price
I
and
know
no
where it
extra
needs.
effort.
You is one clever cookie, boss.
Comparatively, yes. Come, let's get off this roof, and I will buy you a milkshake.
These guys are so stupid. Find yourself not registering people talking to you. Well, it sometimes happens. It's not a biggie. Wait, what? What did I do now? Backseat? How rude. Okay, I can sacrifice one med pack. Reluctantly. Yeah, I know I'm missing one, but I think it triggers the last stage, so... But don't worry, I know how to get it and when, so... Don't worry, I've found all 39 or 36 secrets. Oh, there's an alcove with a map pack. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take it. There you go. The third one is here. Oh yeah, I can imagine, because I didn't know about it for quite a while until I actually discovered it by an accident, because I fell down and just went all the way back there. So I found this one by accident and the other one up there just as well, because I was confused about where to go. It just didn't take me 15 years, but yeah, I didn't realize it at first. To be honest, the Chronicles secrets are quite easy to find, so never found any difficulty in locating all of them. At some point I just figured out where to find all of them. It depends how frequently you play. Oh, I'm sorry guys.
Calm, calm, Lara. We're all friends here.
Begging your pardon, ma'am, but if you'd like to put them pea shooters away.
Now, the second stone, if you please, Miss Croft.
Come get it.
It's a little too late in the evening for these games. Larson, search her, if you please.
Well, god darn if I don't get all the best jobs.
Sorry guys, had a weird phone call. Had to tell them
You
to
want
fuck
to
off.
try the back pockets?
Larson! Enough! Enough! My patience is exhausted with this childish nonsense. The stone, Miss Croft.
If you put this into that gate, Pierre, you're going to get a lot more than you bargained for. Trust me.
I'll put it in then.
That would be one of the stupidest moves you've made. And that's saying something. I think you'll appreciate.
Welcome back, Needs.
A nice try as always, Miss Croft.
Wait for it. Don't say I didn't warn you.
What is it? What have we done?
In your usual flamboyant style, you have set in motion the next gate phase.
Next gate phase?
If my memory serves me, the gate has realigned itself. And if it does not receive 2 stones in the next few moments... If I was you, I'd grab your Cro-Magnon cowboy over there and run as fast as your little legs can carry you. Au revoir, mon cher.
Yeah, they really made the boobs enormously large. I don't know why they put so many laser sights here. You can still use just one. A crowbar is always useful. I don't think she has a spine, she's got support. Meanwhile, I think I like Tomb Raider full face the most. I know she looks pissed all the time, but I prefer Lara that way. As opposed to her bland expression she has in all the reboot games. Yeah, I'm not doing this twice. I mean, in the first Tomb Raider, her waist and her breasts were just exaggerated because with the original Saturn and PlayStation 1 resolution, you wouldn't have noticed that she has female shape until she would have been exaggerated. So in the original games, it was initiated, it placed like that, made like this, because that was the only way you could actually tell. But yeah, later on it just stayed that way. They didn't want to change the model probably for PC version because of the high resolutions only, so they just stuck with it the way that she was depicted always. And it just kind of like imprinted itself into being her general depiction, and yeah. Yeah, the ponytail length is enormous, but when you think that if she would put the hair down, it would probably reach her ankles, because in order to have that long ponytail, you really have to have long hair. I don't remember which one should I pull first. I think it's this one. Yep. Okay, one more. Here we go. Oh yeah, probably. That's probably true. And that way you don't take damage when you fall down. Goodies come first. Yeah, the lighting seems a bit different. I think it used to be more flat. From the lack of a better word. Oh, and the flares are fixed as well. Oh yeah, swarms of rats. That's cute. Get those things out of my way. No, go away. So what's opened? This gate. Okay, let's follow it. Back to the Trajan's market. Oh, hey Simon! Welcome in. Thanks for the host. Much appreciated, friend. How are you today? How's it going? How's your Saturday on? I'm alive, more or less. Been better, been worse, you know. You know how things are. Come on, get your ugly head here. There you go. Just a random machine of destruction in the middle of the sewers in Rome. Playing Little Nightmares. Oh, I need to play that one too. I have it, but I never actually managed to get into it yet. Too many games, not enough time. And for the past 2 days I've been more tending to my dog than doing anything else productively. I managed to pull off an evening stream yesterday, but that was not enough for what I planned. I wanted to do a whole day stream, but that didn't work out. I mean, not maybe a whole day, but you know, more than usual, 2.5 hours. Oh no, outside of streams I'm playing a lot of other things, so that's... I just do like to, when I'm playing Tomb Raider, play it with friends who are also part of the Tomb Raider franchise and, you know, they're part of the fandom. Although the addiction part is probably true, but I am playing Star Trek Online as well, outside of this regularly. Yeah, her face just went through the entire thing. I love the fog effect that they added to the game, even though fog doesn't happen inside water, but you can always assume it's dirty. Yeah, I do like to play a lot of action adventure. Like last night I was playing Stalker, the first Stalker. Because I freaking missed that franchise, and I'm quite hyped for the new installment next year. Even though I will likely not be able to play it, but I'm still excited for it, because I love the franchise and I'm happy that it's not dead in the end. And that the official developer actually has done something about it. Yeah, there are times when I take a break from Tomb Raider. It's not like I play it all the time. It's just like recently I've been more into playing it. And you know, today it's a perfect opportunity to test some fan fixes for this game, and I've applied them here, and I'm just seeing how the game plays out with those fixes on. Am I going the right way? No. Running in circles. Yes, I did apply a patch to this that has been released just a few days ago, I believe. Well, for one, Lara's nose is fixed, but there are some animation changes. This animation has been added to the game, which was originally designed apparently for Tomb Raider 3. Some of the glitches, camera stuff, there's a full list on Tomb Raider forums, I think. I didn't go through all of it, but there are some fixes to the maps as well. Like the skyboxes are better. Oh, fuck off. You know, if you look on Twitter, my original post from like an hour ago or so, oh, did you Chasm try to put a link? Needs, can we make Chasm a VIP so he can post links? Because I think Chasm could just throw us a link directly in here. I blocked them a while ago for the community stream and I totally forgot to unlock it. Oh yeah, just whisper. I think Needy just went off for a while and I don't know how to do that without actually turning off the game, honestly. I don't know the commands really. Yeah, the sound of the battle is quite annoying. I'm sorry about that. Oopsie. Didn't want it to fall down, but whatever. Whatever. Oh, that's why the iconic whatever is upcoming to the stream. Yeah, and I decided it's a cool idea to simply check this game out after all these years and see what has been fixed and what not. I hear that the lighting has also been fixed. Some of the changes have been made towards the PlayStation versions instead of the PC ports, so that's an interesting take on it, and I'm very curious. Oh look, a So Lonely map pack. Well, let me have a look at it.
Come out wherever you are.
Heck, this ambushing ain't what it used to be.
Not when you're involved, no.
Practice makes perfect, I'm reckoning.
Whatever. We seem to be missing someone.
If you's talking about Frenchie, he's kinda indisposed.
And you thought you might just help yourself to his share of what's behind that gate? Unless, of course, this is just a social visit.
Well, you know I's always pleased to see a little belle like you, Laura. Be more pleased to see that last stone, though, if you'll be wanting to hand it over.
Oh, I thought I was the only one that's annoyed by this.
That ain't supposed to happen.
Thanks, Gazin, for this. It really makes me feel better that I'm just not an old fart that gets frustrated over nothing. I got pissed at it so many times. I was just wondering, did they place the lamp later on to add to atmosphere, or was it intentional, or what was the thought process for it? By the way, you can still shoot him and he'll still bleed. By the way, they just put him again. You do the same thing as you did after Tomb Raider 1 after you leave the Tomb of Koala pack. They just reused the animation and the fact that you didn't shoot him for a while.
Behind you!
Well, maybe
me a dumbass, but I ain't falling for that again.
No, really. Behind you.
Behind you! Behind you!
Hello, weird creatures. He's so funny when he's screaming like a little girl. Well, that's Lorson for you. That was fast. Was this changed as well? They didn't die so fast. That was quicker than I remembered. Is that the result of the patch? They're not supposed to die that quickly, are they? And welcome to the undergrounds of the Colosseum. Yeah, that's a good one because I don't think that was intentionally nerfed, but who knows, maybe that was just a side effect of the modifications made to the game. I'm curious because I haven't noticed other enemies requiring less firepower or like becoming weaker. It's just these particular ones. No, I think Tomb Raider 1 is still the best one to play to start the franchise. But the one that you should never play is probably Tomb Raider 3. Unless you're a glutton for punishment, because that game is like the definition of game punishing you for just playing it. Sorry, my dog just came up and I had to just give him a little petting. That kills you. That's interesting. Interesting prevention from corner bug. But I would still say Tomb Raider 1 is the best introduction because it starts off mildly and it teaches you stuff. The game has been constructed in a way that introduces you to its mechanics slowly, and then it tests you at later stages and just reminds you of its mechanics all over again. So if you're a fast learner, you're able to pick it up. Chronicles is easy too, but If you wanted it to be a good introduction, the order of the levels would have to be different, and you'd have to start with Ireland, I suppose. Yeah, that's true. It visually is probably... No, it doesn't, because it doesn't have the bump mapping, which also adds a bit different lighting. This game does not have it enabled, and whatever you do, it just will not work, so... I think Tomb Raider 4 is still a bit more thought through visually, and it is more visually striking. But I wouldn't have it as an introduction to anyone, because Tomb Raider 4 is... For one, it's very long, and then it isn't the easiest Tomb Raider. I mean, to me it's easy, but I know that a lot of people just don't find it easy. Bad kitty. Mine is always Tomb Raider 4, unchangeably. It was my first Tomb Raider and I fell in love with that one the most. And no worries, Gazem, thanks for dropping in, and it's been nice having you as always. That's weird. They didn't used to die that easily. Tomiś. Chcesz coś jeszcze zjeść? Gryzaczka jakiegoś, tak? Zjeść? Deserek jakiś? They do take a lot less damage than they normally do. Hang on, I'm just gonna give my dog something, some treats. He's obviously he'll want some treats. Oh, here we go, my favorite weapon in the game, Uzis. It's a shame you can't cheat in this game because I would love to have some unlimited ammo for it. It's interesting that people usually fell in love the most with the Tomb Raider that they started with. So like mine was Tomb Raider 4, the first one, and I'm still in love with it. I still think it's like the most definitive Tomb Raider experience ever, and I'm most nostalgic about it. Most people will say the same, that it's the first game that they fell in love with in the series that was their favorite. Here we are. I love this cutscene.
An unfortunate situation, no?
I've had worse.
Indeed, indeed. This is a very deep pit, and in this such a historic venue, I feel sure there may be valuable artifacts lurking in its depths.
I can't tempt you to jump down and look.
Well, this is my point. I feel you may be better qualified to examine its secret, unless you, perish the thought, expired in the fall. Perhaps if you lighten your load a little, it may lessen the impact. The stone you carry?
Wondered when you'd get to that. Pull me up, and the stone's yours.
And we all live happily ever after? I think not. Give me your word that once you leave the pit, you will not lay a finger on me.
You have my word.
Wait for it.
Stone? Now, Miss Croft, you gave me your word. Come now, Lara. Lara, you promised.
Boo!
Could you find it in your heart to help me up? I appear to be slipping.
Pierre, you know nothing would please me more. But we have an agreement.
Agreement?
Not to lay a finger on you, remember, silly? Anyway, busy girl, got to go.
But I...
Don't let me hold you up.
I always find this cutscene so hilarious, but I love it. Yeah, Lara's so overconfident here. It's just like, yeah, she's full of it. Confidence, of course, nothing else. It was, but you know, that's why we love Lara. I mean, that's why I do love this version of Lara more than any other. Yeah, Janelle was just perfect for the role. I mean, I don't think I could. I mean, Judith's Lara was also sassy, but she was sassy in a posh way. This one is just like, yeah, she's sassy because, you know, she's a badass. That has nothing to do with anything of her upbringing. She was more the embodiment of the tier 1 Lara, but with the sass that she was lacking because obviously sadly, Shelley wasn't allowed to be more sassy. Alright, this dude should drop a key. There you go. Uh-oh. Yeah, Shelley was told to hold back, and that's a big shame. Love that sound of bullets bouncing off its armor. There you go. I mean, I have no complaints about Shelley. She just unfortunately didn't have enough chance to develop, and sadly she didn't have time to go for the next 2 games, so they swapped her off for someone else. And that's a shame, but we don't have anything to do about this now. We just live with multiple Laras. Like, we have 3 classic Laras for the 6 games that we received, so that was fun. Yeah, I have to agree. She had that lightheartedness. There we go. Found all the secrets in this section, I believe. Yep.
And so ended the first of many. I'm sure Miss Croft would be the first to apologize for her not entirely courteous behavior regarding some of the more delicate religious artifacts, Father Patrick.
No need, my friend. All in a good cause. At least we knew they were in secure hands. And fortunately, the church was above sending a bulletproof envoy to retrieve them.
Ah, but she recognized her place in the great scheme. Some things, as history has illustrated, best left to their slumber. I speak in riddles. I talk of the stricken wolf ship.
Ah, the U-boat episode. Miss Croft would never enlighten me as to the details. For my own protection, she would often stress.
Indeed, Winston. And for this you should be grateful. Deep in the bowels of their vessels lay one of the most powerful artifacts in all Christendom. An artifact which, when wielded at the vanguard of an army, would make that army invincible.
The Spear of Destiny.
But the boat never reached the fatherland with its precious cargo. It disappeared from radar 3 weeks into the journey. This was the resting place of the 52 seamen, and also something much more sinister.
And welcome to Russia.
The Zapadnaya Litsa port, once the pride of the Russian fleet. Ex-KGB, the majority of them. Trained killers.
Dealt with mafioso before. Unpleasant memories. Prefer to avoid them whenever possible.
Yes, I would prefer this also.
Hardly a major search party, is it? There's something you're not telling me.
Ah, yes.
I'm a big girl now. Hit me with the bad news.
It is bad news. The Admiral's allegiance has been bought, and under his command, a nuclear submarine. It's housed in one of the dockyards.
The music in the background is from
Well
Age of
done.
Darkness.
Nuclear submarine. Sounds nice. Perfect holiday.
Lara, wait. Take this tracking device.
What's this? You're not worried about me.
Yes, somebody has to.
Touching. But don't wait up.
I never noticed that before, but the music in the background was actually from Age of Darkness. How did I not see this? I mean, it did feel like it was made not the same way as the AOD music, so it might have been like it was just a prototype for it and used later in the orchestral version, but still. Oh god, how I hate this section. And not because it's difficult, it's because of the noise. The noise of that device up there is just so much. It's too much, really. I don't know if on PlayStation 1 it was as loud as it is here, but yeah, I hate that. Really, Lara? That difficult to jump onto a crate? I always have that notion that I need to stand perfectly in the place where she starts the action, so she won't have the moving animation towards the door or a pickup or anything. And I've got a key, but that's not opening this. I need to have a swipe card for it. There we go. Hey, there is stealth in this game. They don't see me, they don't react. No damage, thank you. Now where's the card? Oh, there it is. He must have dropped it. By the way, he dropped guns, but I can't pick them up. How rude. I had to. I just love breaking glass in games. You know why? Because it is socially unacceptable to break glass in reality. Damn, these dogs really take a lot of beating. It's more of a wolf, really. The size of it. First rule of this room is to stay in motion all the time. like this. Also, just to minimize the amount of sound it generates, it's so freakishly annoying. Yeah, the crane is annoying, I'm not gonna lie, I hate it. By the way, the camera is angled deliberately that way to show that this grabbing thing is actually floating in air. There is no chain on it or anything. I don't think they figured out how to create something believable that would look like a chain on which this thing is hanging, so they just left the grabber hanging in the air. But for the use of the cutscene, they just place the camera in a place that it's just masked, that it's attached to absolutely nothing. Well, they had to do a lot of workarounds for the stuff they couldn't do. It's kind of funny. Minimum damage taken. Oh, look at that. I'm leaving footprints. Like it was in PlayStation and in TR3. Oh, now I need those fixes on Tomb Raider 3. I need this as well. Oh, that's so brilliant. Yeah, hooking up to an object that's cute. Did you lose something? Oh, you did. Thank you. This needs a fuse. Yeah, that's so cool. It leaves on the snow. This tracks. I love it. Right, a Russian cutscene. I mean, cutscene with Russians. It's not like suddenly the game is speaking Russian.
Such extortionate prices for incompetence.
You forget, Mikhailov. I am still an admiral of the Russian Navy, and as such, demand respect.
While you accept my bribes for use of the submarine, you are under my employ and will follow my instructions without complaint.
If I deal with the like of you to keep my men in bread, it does not make me one of you.
Ha ha! Relax, my friend. We are two sides of the same coin.
Mafioso filth. Khrushchev, hurry on with that box. Our new commander demands efficiency. Enough! Enough! Board and seal hatches!
The meerkat guy.
As you have promoted me to commander, is it not fitting to board before the admiral?
I don't think it's fitting for you to do anything, you mafia bastard. Yeah, those keyholes were the size of her head, and you could probably hit her face in them. Here we are, secret number, I don't know. I lost track. 2, I think. There are usually 3 secrets per level, so I'm left with just 1. I know exactly where it is. To find the Desert Eagle. And some Uzi ammo as well. You think there are some changes to the lighting, because I do remember this level being a bit differently lit, and I think that it affects the colors. There we are, Desert Eagle ammo, and the last locker should have Desert Eagle itself. There we go, Desert Eagle, nice and lovely. I do have a laser sight, so we can combine with it. Hi, dude. I totally don't remember picking up the fuse, so quite happy I do have it. Right, time to dive. And she kicks her in the back? Herself? Weird. Oh, that's another music tune that's gonna play that actually is in AOD as well.
Economy class.
An unwelcome addition to our little assignment. Leonid, if you would escort this lady to the brig.
Your little assignment? You have no idea what your mafia financed assignment is, do you, Admiral?
Young lady, who you are and what you know is of very little concern to me. If I was captain of my ship, I might listen to you. But unfortunately, the situation I find myself in doesn't allow me that privilege. So if you would be quiet and hurry along...
Yeah, he did look like it. Damn, I would love to have a mod right now. Needy, are you around there? Wish I could just
inside, please.
Tap into it, but
you're making a grave mistake. You know that?
Under no
can you just allow the message that was posted a moment ago by Carla? I think there was a typo which supposedly owner mode didn't like.
Yeah. I don't know why it was actually picked on, but whatever. Okay. Needy, if you're in a situation where you're locked in crew quarters in on a submarine, a nuclear submarine, what would you do? Oh, by the way, you have nothing. You just have med packs and binoculars. Yeah, that's okay, Carla. It's just a typo, and I don't know why auto mode actually targeted this particular phrase. I have no idea. So, I was lost here for quite a long time because I had no fucking idea what to do. And I did notice that there was one little element that is kind of standing out. Oh, I forgot about it. I don't use it. You hear it so rarely. So I didn't even realize, but yeah, that makes sense. Anyway. You gotta get yourself a crowbar and make it out of a handle. And here we go. We're in the vents. No, I'm not British. I am Polish, and English language is not my primary language. I just learn it through a lot of television. If I do have a British accent, it's because I used to talk a lot with British people at my work, and the accent kind of stuck with me. Yeah, it's... Give me a second. Yeah, more or less I'm self-taught, so it all came from actually working with people from the UK and also listening to a lot of stuff like, well, Lara Croft for one. Keely Hawes was one of the actors who has this amazing accent that I absolutely fell in love with, and you know, I did want to sound maybe not exactly like her because obviously I don't have the voice like her, but you know, the accent itself is just so amazing to me. I just love it. So yeah, I always liked her way of pronunciating things. God, I can't speak today. I'm sorry. I'm a bit distracted and tired because I've been watching my puppers the whole day yesterday, and a bit worried about him still today, so that's just a bit distracted about what I'm talking about. Might sometimes not make a lot of sense. Oh, there you go, we got a med pack. I think there should be a battery here. There you go. A battery, and I think this locker is empty, but I will still check it just to be sure. Well, honestly, I would love to move to Britain because I do feel more comfortable moving about in your culture. In British culture, but unfortunately I never had much chance. The longest I was in the UK was in 2019 when I was transferred for training purposes from my work into UK, and I spent like almost 2 weeks in the south, near the south coast. So yeah, that just got... I loved being there, but I already had the accent I'm having now, so it was just easy for me to interact with the people over there.
Then it is true. We are before the stricken U-boat. Now we find if its cargo is still intact. Prepare your divers.
And are we to be told what we search for?
Enough to locate it, but beyond that, I fear it may be too much for your limited intellect to grasp.
Perhaps too much for my trusted comrade, but perhaps not for the spy we have located on board.
A spy? I trust you disposed of him.
Not him, her. Yet, we are forced to run with the wolves, but we shall not kill indiscriminately like they.
Fool! I shall dispose of her when I return.
Oh,
Move
Trinity.
the sub to position. Quickly, comrade.
Take her 5 degrees astern, quarter power, and bring her to a
Yeah,
full
you've got a point here.
Attention, all dive crews. Report to your stations immediately.
Yeah, that's true. I've noticed that a lot of people have an expectation that everyone will have a specific accent that will just pinpoint that we are Slavic. I'm sorry, I just can't speak like that for too long. I force myself to do this, and I think it sounds more fake than I would do anything. But yeah, that's... That's something I just grew up with. I was watching a lot of cartoons that were untranslated and English just sunk with me, and the accent just came later. Okay, time to hit a cook in the head. It's funny that he doesn't hear me. Sorry guys. I hate a cook. If someone was hungry, there's no eating today. Not for Laura anyway. Yeah, that's funny because they do the same thing here. We do have like more of a American stuff in the TVs, whilst we are being taught the British English as well for some reason. So they do the stuff like how do you do and all that kind of stuff, and it feels so forced out. And it's funny because they teach the functions of language, of English language, that doesn't really function in a non-social situation. It's like if you're in a on the street and you're trying to find your way around, the form in which they're teaching you how to ask a question is just it's just terrible, because no one speaks like this today, and it's just shit. I think we need a heal. Oh, that was my only large med pack. Great. Well, the funny thing is, when I was a kid and I was watching TV as a child and just learning English, not intentionally of course, but when I learned English watching Cartoon Network that was obviously untranslated, most of it was American, and it was easy for me to just mimic the American accent. But then the Tomb Raider came, and my work came, and just the accent just came in later and just got stuck with me. So that's why British English more now than the American. Although you might find, yeah, we didn't have BBC shows over here. They didn't transmit them too much, and those that were just uninteresting to me. The only British TV show that I know, and I don't think it was a BBC show, was Allo Allo. You know, the small town of Nouvion, and British people pretending to speak French with just a French accent. Yeah, that's true. It's probably because it's mainstream and it's, like, the cinemas and everything is flooded with American stuff. So that might be true. It's just more, and it's easier, to be honest. Pronouncing something in American language, an American accent, is a lot more easy. Because it's mainstream and because it's present everywhere. So it's just easier to follow. I have the entire Allo Allo on the DVD set at home because I freaking love it, and I'm in love with that show. And yeah, I think I need to get back to watching it again because I think I crave it lately. Yeah, everyone knows these shows, but it's funny because Poland has this thing of voiceover rather than dubbing, so I would hear the original voices, so I would still know them, but I wouldn't know a lot of jokes because the lecturer who's voiceovered the normal dialogues would literally just make you lose a lot of jokes and sometimes nuances that came in from the language. So only after I finally watched Allo Allo in original English version without any voiceovers or subtitles, I was like,
Whoa, that's so much more funny now. But that's because I didn't lose a lot of stuff now, because I could actually pick up, the language jokes that are just unique to English, that they didn't translate them because there was no point, because no one would understand them. So the comic reliefs were a lot funnier for me when I was watching it as an adult, knowing English properly, than it was originally when I was watching it as a kid. So there you go. Language also gets blurred sometimes. Del Boy? I don't know that. I don't know who I'm talking about when I'm saying Del Boy. What's Del Boy? Am I ignorant? Are you gonna leave my stream now? I don't know, it's just... Oh right, I never watched it. Don't think that was a thing. I mean, I never run into it. I think Keeping Up with Appearances and Alalo were the ones that were more popular here. And then slightly maybe a pinch of Monty Python. They used to put them on all the time. There we are. Let's try battery. Right. So now I can combine these battery pieces, plus and minus. And I'm still missing something. Was that white frame? What was it called? Yeah, I've noticed this. It was funny because I was working at a car rental search engine provider a few years back, and I know for a fact that British will very frequently go to Spain, places like Alicante and others for vacation, and it's funny because they always mention that is someone like over there speaking English? I'm like, I didn't comment, but because I couldn't know, but I was always like impressed that they're going to a foreign country for vacation and don't even know any phrases. So they were like unable to talk to the natives and stuff like this. So they were always worried whether the person's going to hand them the keys for the rented car. They will know English. I'm like, really? Like, why? Why won't you learn a few words? Don't they teach you foreign languages at school or something? Blackadder. No, that doesn't ring a bell either. Although to be absolutely honest, the Hispanic Spanish, the one that the Spain one, it's hard to learn. I think I would. Oh wait, I'm stupid. We had a different titles for it. I know that one. Yeah, we had that one. It was a police stuff? Was it like a cop thing? I think it had a different title here, but yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Rowan Atkinson is really... Oh yeah, Mr. Bean was another one, but there's not much talking in Mr. Bean, so it was not very British.
Oh, nice. He didn't damage me for once. Well, I have to admit that I wasn't really interested in learning languages. More like I learned them by listening, by being around them. So it wasn't like I intentionally watched Cartoon Network that was untranslated. It was the only Cartoon Network. I mean, it was the only network with cartoons that had been running on my cable, and I was like, yeah, that's the only way I can get myself interested in. So I was just watching it because it got stuck with me. And it got stuck with me because I was watching it, and it was just an endless loop of learning and by watching stuff. So when they started teaching English at school, I was already ahead of everyone. And I was very bored at school when it comes to language learning. There you go, he dropped this. So now I combine it with this, put it in the suit, and then I put the battery in, I think. And honestly, when I was trying to learn German at school, nothing stuck in my mind. Literally nothing. I have an inherited disdain for that language. I just can't cope with it. Yeah, same thing. I had I don't know, 4 years of trying to study, and it really just didn't stuck with me. I just couldn't cope with it. Nothing remained in my mind after German lessons. No, it's a good question if I remember what to do here. This diving section is very weird. It's funny they tried to highlight different lighting coming from the inside of this suit, but in the end it actually made Lara look very weird and a bit creepy. Oh, you bastard. Yeah, see you, Trinity. Have a good one. Now, before I go here, I need to find the secret. And I have no clue where it is. I'm lost. Really? I can't go over there? Slowly, but... some sort of current here? No, it's too strong to be actually going up there. Fine! Where's the secret then? Why did I lose it? Oh, you bloody Motherfucker. Nope. Oh, that's a way out. Where is that bloody secret? Where did I lose it? How did I lose it? Maybe I should go here. Huh. Oh, there you are. Fuck off. I love the ambience in this level. All of this water sounds, bubbles and stuff. Nope. Unacceptable. Fuck off. No. Get away. I'm not playing with you. No siree. Now I can go for the bloody wreck. I also like the ambience for the submarine. No. Oh, that was a close one. Very atmospheric, yeah. Here we are. Yeah, time to beat it. Fuck. He's really desperate to kill me, isn't he? Come on, Dora, come on. We're very close to the surface. Oh, there you go. Made it. Oh, that was a close one.
Unannounced visitor. I fear you have an item in your possession that I require.
To be used in your continuing quest for world peace, I presume.
World peace, not entirely my purpose in pursuing this artifact.
This artifact contains untold power. Power of which the likes of you will never harness. If you wish it, you may have it, but you will regret it.
The world may regret it. Hand it to me and I may spare you.
On your head be it.
Take her to the torpedo room and eject her into the ocean.
Sergei, listen to me. You don't know what you're dealing with.
Of course, Lara has to be on top of a situation, but also find herself in a sinking submarine. Nope, nothing to collect here. Well, always worth a check. Serves you right. Oh, I do have a shotgun. Okay, that's good. How much of it do I have? 12 normal and 6 wide shot. That's not good. I don't like to have that little. I guess we have to work with what we have. Yeah, it does make you feel like this place is really falling apart, sinking and all that stuff. I really like those accents, those flickering lights, the water pouring from the joint bits of the walls. The fact that there is water up to your knees that you'll walk in. Really shows like the place is sinking. And that occasional screen shaking is also adding to the atmosphere. Wondered if I can actually do something here. No, this is closed. Let's see, will there be anything useful in here? I don't think I have a card yet. No, I only have the crowbar. Well, guess we have to go over here. There be anything here? I think there should be an Uzi somewhere in here. One of the side rooms has it. Ha! Knew it. Well, guess my memory still works. Let's see. Will there be a med pack here as well? That I don't remember. But you pay less attention to the med packs, more into the ammo or weapons that you're looking for. No, I hate this part. There it is. I have the card. Good, good. I like the card. Oh, a map pack. Good. That will come in handy too. You know, there's one thing I like about Chronicles. It's just that this game feels a lot more casual. In terms of, like, you're not following a particularly long arc of a storyline. It's just, like, four separate storylines that don't seem to be interconnected with any sort of, like, moral or anything like it. There's no, like, underlying thing they wanted to tell with it. They just made it for the sake of telling some untold stories of Lara, and that's fine. You don't feel pressured for, like, oh, I need to find how this ends. Oh, I thought there might be something in here. I always forgot to check. And I think that's a good that's an added bonus to this game, despite its shortcomings and buggy final segment. The game is still quite solid in terms of, like, execution. Wait, I don't think I should go down. Yeah, I thought so. I'm supposed to go here. Ah, my favorite Apple levels. I used to hate it because it felt quite annoying to me, but when I learned how to play it, yeah, the last levels are terrible and I think they shouldn't happen. They're a big problem. It's just terrible to play them. But I'm very curious to see if they will be fixed here with those fan fixes that have been applied here. Well, I do love stealth in games, but I don't think the execution here is good for me. But that's just me. I think it could have just been done a lot better than comparing to the final product. But yeah, there are still like visual elements is definitely cool. So I do like its visuals.
Oxygen tanks in my stateroom. I hear my ship dying. The internal seams are splintering.
Oh, hey, DJ Phil. Thanks for the host. Welcome in. I hope you're going good. I love the white noise here. Yeah, you're right. There is an overarching, but it's not like you know, you're racing to save the world again, or you know, trying to stop tons of bad guys from, I don't know, getting some sort of power that will make them rule the world or something. Except for this part, of course. But it's just like they're separated stories. You can enjoy them. You can play them casually. You don't have to be very much invested. And I do like that structure. Ah, good. We will need this. Yeah, that's what I mean, and I like that. I used to dislike it, but I think I find it less frustrating, quite enjoyable to play. It's just like a closing titles for the classic Tomb Raider, and despite, you know, maybe the riddles not being so super difficult to master or anything, I think that this pack of levels still possesses some charm to it. Nothing here. Okay. Does that give me 3? 1 of 2? Shit, what did I lose? Oh no! Where's the second one? Did I miss it? Oh, wait, I know where it is. Oh, that's the one I frequently forgot because, you know, you can easily avoid it. There you are. Now, what I'm gonna do is I want to see how Ireland looks like, but I will play it probably later today, because I think I need to like take a break. I need to do some shopping, and then I will have to take my papa out. So I'm gonna save here. I'm gonna go through ending the level just to see how Ireland looks like, because there's going to be a change in the I mean, there are some fixes visual to the island levels.
Yet, no time. The hull is breached, and we will drown soon. With the oxygen, you escape now.
Not without you.
I am Admiral Yarofev of the Russian Imperial Navy. I have served my great country for many years, but the country I know withers. The bear lies down to sleep for its final time, and I wish also this fate on the ship I have grown to love.
No deal.
Yes, deal. For the outer airlock can only be opened from inside the ship. This is my gift to your child. I release you to a future beyond this dying vessel.
And my gift to you?
Tell my story. Tell how the proud men of the Russian Navy fought against the enemy from inside and sacrificed their lives for that their country may once again stand proud.
You have my word.
I salute you. Quickly, into the airlock, and I will release you.
Goodbye, Admiral.
Yeah, that's true. There are many occasions when she's showing compassion to characters she encounters. It's just like people wanted to focus on the explosions and the badassery. Sure, she did pull off a few cold-hearted moments, but in the end, she isn't a cold-hearted bitch. It's just not what these stories in Tomb Raider are all about. It's funny because this guy has the exact same model and almost face as Jean-Yves. He's just like been face swapped with someone else.
To destroy her. Some powers are beyond the wit of man.
Oh dear, gentlemen. I do apologize. It seems someone up above has a sense of humor. If you will excuse me a moment, I shall fetch candles.
It is a night spurred by hell.
And as the horsemen drove ever onwards across the world, the heavens boiled in their wake. Ah, benefits of a religious education.
I have no idea what he was talking about. Game? Okay.
This night reminds me of the time out at Canusi.
Winston's home?
Indeed, yes. The staff had taken leave due to flooding. Lara, back when she was a slip of a girl, was staying with Winston and his wife. It was her that contacted me, as a matter of fact. Some trouble out on one of the islands. Weird lights, manifestations, that sort of thing. Thought I might be able to help. It was on a hellish night like this when I arrived.
When I arrived. Is that supposed to be Irish accent? Oh, almost.
Evening, Winston. And how would I be able to help? So, people have seen these apparitions out on the island.
There is talk of little else in the village, Bram. I'm doing all I can to keep this gossip from Lara.
You would be a wise man. It would be unwise for her curiosity to draw her to that place.
And you have some idea of what it could be?
To be frank with you, no. But as the devil finds work for idle hands, I've spoken with Father Finnegan and have a boat chartered for the crossing late on this very evening.
Good Lord, Bram.
You have not chosen the evening for it.
I have my faith to protect me, Winston.
Be careful. I fear on that island it's what you cannot see that will hurt you, Bram.
Time to get to the bottom of this, old friend.
I'm still puzzled. Why would he come over to report where he's going if Winston is not supposed to be involved and Lara is supposed to be kept away from this? Why would they, like... Why would even Father Patrick come and report where he's going? I'm just curious, you know, I'm asking questions. I'm not necessarily picking up plot holes. It's just like, it's one of the first things that comes to my mind whenever I just encounter a moment like this. Oh, there's a moon. I don't remember there being a moon. Oh, and stars. That's cool. So there's a new skybox. You know, I think it looks a little bit better than the one that we used to have. Yeah, I don't know what went over them when they made those promotional renders of Lara. It really did look good. Yeah, the sky looks a lot better. I mean, you can still see the connection of the textures, which is kind of lame, but I know it wasn't easy to make a skybox in the first place that would look believable, so... For what it's worth, I think it looks better than it looks in the main game originally. Right, well, I'm definitely curious about exploring this. And I will. In a few hours, probably. For the time being, just gonna turn on to a just chatting screen, leave the game, and set up ourselves a raid. Oh, Carla, thank you for the bits. Oh my god, 709 bits. I really appreciate it, Carla. I mean, I really appreciate you being here because I love having company and I always love having someone new on the stream, and I'm really happy that you decided to stick around and just have some fun and chat around about the game. And yeah, I love these fixes. I'm very curious about VCI, so I'm definitely going to finish Chronicles today, later in the afternoon. More like an early evening anyway. I'm not sure what time, but I will definitely post about it on Twitter, and I will try to post some info on Discord. So if you want to stay in touch, I really would recommend looking into them. I don't know why it's posted twice. I have no clue. But the links work, and if you ever want to stay in touch or just see stuff that's happening outside of my streaming life, Discord is the place to go. Always welcome, and always happy to see some people join in and have some fun together. Anyway, I'm setting up a raid, so don't worry, we will have continuous... I'm always passing a stream to a next streamer. And today we're passing the love to my dear friend of mine, who's also a streamer, a Scottish streamer, Trick76. Thanks, DJ, for being here. Thanks for hosting, and thanks for watching, lurking in the background. I did see you had some connected stream with A-Core, so I did understand you didn't chat. I did see it in Discord. But yeah, thanks guys for dropping in. I hope to see you again later, maybe today, maybe on my tomorrow stream, maybe some other time. And yeah, thanks again. I'll see you very soon.